God's chosen ones, have you ever felt a stirring deep within, a gentle whisper of destiny calling your name? You who walk this path of faith and inner knowing are not here by accident. You are here by divine design, carefully chosen for a purpose greater than you might yet comprehend. Your journey has been paved with challenges, moments of uncertainty, and nights of silent tears. But even in your darkest hour, the light of abundance has been quietly preparing itself for you. There is a sacred principle woven into the fabric of creation, as within, so without. The wealth you seek, the prosperity you yearn for, is already alive within your spirit. It exists not in some far-off place, but in the sanctuary of your imagination. Close your eyes and envision it now. See yourself walking in abundance, surrounded by the fruits of your divine inheritance. Feel the joy of it, the gratitude swelling in your heart. This is not a dream, it is a reality waiting for your acceptance. Many will doubt. They may look at your current circumstances and question how such abundance could ever be possible. But you are not defined by what they see, you are defined by what God has declared. The riches you are about to receive are not for vanity or fleeting satisfaction. They are tools, sacred resources meant to elevate not only your life but also the lives of others. You have been chosen as a vessel of God's blessings, a beacon to show the world His limitless grace. Do not let fear or feelings of unworthiness cloud your heart. God's blessings do not depend on your past mistakes or perceived shortcomings. They flow from His love and His promise, which are eternal and unchanging. What you must do is prepare yourself to receive. Align your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the reality of your blessings. Speak life into your situation. Say, I am chosen, I am wealthy, I am a steward of divine abundance. And as you say it, believe it. Look around you. Even now, signs of your breakthrough are appearing. They may come as a sudden idea, a chance meeting, or an unexpected opportunity. These are not coincidences, they are God's gentle nudges, guiding you toward your inheritance. Pay attention and act with faith. For those who trust in God's timing and move in obedience, the path to riches unfolds with ease and grace. Know this: the moment you accept your blessings, they begin to manifest. It is not the world that must change, first it is you. When you transform your inner world, the outer world has no choice but to follow. The kingdom of God is within you, and from that kingdom flows every good thing. Accept it, claim it, rejoice in it, for you are about to witness the power of divine abundance in your life like never before. You are not here by accident. The very essence of your being is woven into the grand tapestry of divine intention, and your existence is proof that you are part of a larger purposeful plan. In the eyes of God, you are unique, set apart, and chosen. This is not a mere sentiment to uplift you temporarily, it is the truth that resides at the core of your creation. You are divinely selected, not because of what you have done, but because of who you are, God's cherished creation. Before the foundation of the world, you were known. In the vastness of eternity, God looked upon you and saw not just who you are, but the fullness of what you could become. This divine selection is not about merit or works, but about grace and love. It is the Creator's way of reminding you that your life is significant, meaningful, and essential to the unfolding of His grand design. Your uniqueness is not a coincidence, it is a deliberate act of divine craftsmanship, shaping you to fulfill a role that only you can perform. Many people walk through life unaware of this profound truth. They are burdened by the opinions of others, weighed down by past mistakes, or blinded by the temporary challenges they face. But the divine selection that marks your life is unshaken by these things. Your worth does not fluctuate based on the ups and downs of life. It is anchored in God's eternal promise. When you begin to recognize this, your perspective shifts. You stop seeing yourself as insignificant and start realizing that you are part of something far greater than you could ever imagine. The challenges you have faced were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to refine you. Like gold that is purified in fire, trials are a part of the process that prepares you for the blessings ahead. Every moment of struggle has been allowed by God to shape you into the person who can carry the weight of His blessings. You are being prepared to step into a position of greatness, one that has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. Think of the many figures throughout history who were chosen by God. Their paths were never simple, and their selection was often met with resistance, doubt, and hardship. Yet, in every case, their selection brought about transformation not just in their lives, but in the lives of those around them. You are no different. Your selection carries with it the power to influence and change the world in ways you may not yet comprehend. But it begins with understanding that you are chosen. This selection is not something you need to earn. It is not based on your qualifications, your achievements, or even your righteousness. It is based solely on God's love for you. The Creator does not see you as the world sees you. Where others may see flaws, God sees potential. Where others may see limitations, He sees opportunities for His power to shine through. Your divine selection is a testament to His ability to use anyone, regardless of their past, to accomplish great and mighty things. There is a profound responsibility that comes with being chosen. It is not a burden, but a call to rise above the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. It is an invitation to walk in alignment with God's will, trusting that He who has chosen you will also equip you. You may feel inadequate at times, unworthy even. But those feelings are not from God. He has declared you worthy, capable, and ready. Your role is to believe in what He has already said about you and act accordingly. You are not alone in this journey. God's selection is accompanied by His provision, guidance, and protection. He has already placed within you everything you need to succeed. The gifts, talents, and abilities you possess are not random, they are intentionally placed within you to fulfill your purpose. When you begin to embrace this truth, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop doubting your capabilities. Instead, you step boldly into the identity of someone who is divinely chosen and equipped for greatness. This process requires faith. It requires you to trust in the unseen, to believe in the promises of God, even when the evidence around you suggests otherwise. Faith is the bridge that connects your selection to the manifestation of your purpose. Without it, you may struggle to see the fullness of what God has for you. But with faith, all things are possible. Faith allows you to walk confidently in the knowledge that you are chosen, even when the path ahead is unclear. Being chosen by God also means that you are called to be a light in a world that desperately needs hope. Your life is a testimony of His goodness, a reflection of His love. People will look at you and see the evidence of what it means to be selected by God. They will be inspired by your journey, encouraged by your faith, and uplifted by your perseverance. This is part of the responsibility and the privilege of being chosen. You are not just chosen for yourself, you are chosen to be a blessing to others. As you walk in this truth, you will encounter opposition. The enemy does not want you to realize your divine selection. He will attempt to sow seeds of doubt, fear, and discouragement. But remember, greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. The power of God within you is far greater than any obstacle you will face. Stand firm in your faith, knowing that your selection is secure and that nothing can separate you from the love of God. You must also understand that being chosen is a process. It is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey of growth, discovery, and transformation. Each step you take brings you closer to the fullness of God's plan for your life. There will be moments of uncertainty, but those moments are opportunities to trust in God's timing and sovereignty. Every delay, every detour, every challenge is part of the process that prepares you for what is to come. When you embrace your selection, you begin to see life differently. You no longer view setbacks as failures but as stepping stones. You no longer see obstacles as insurmountable, but as opportunities for God to show His power. Your focus shifts from what you lack to what you have been given. You start to live with a sense of purpose, knowing that your life has meaning and that you are part of something far greater than yourself. You are chosen not just for a moment, but for eternity. This is the truth that should guide your every decision, your every action, your every thought. Live in the knowledge that you are not ordinary. You are extraordinary because God has called you by name and set you apart for His glory. Let this truth sink deep into your heart and shape the way you see yourself and the world around you. You are divinely selected, and nothing can change that. Wealth is not something you chase, it is something you embody. The essence of abundance begins within, long before it materializes in the world around you. Every outward manifestation of wealth and success is first conceived in the inner sanctuary of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Your life is not a product of chance, but a reflection of the energy you hold within. The world you see and experience is a mirror, faithfully reflecting the reality you cultivate in your mind and spirit. Within you lies a vast creative power, one that is capable of shaping your destiny. This power does not respond to fleeting desires or half-hearted wishes. It responds to the deep, unwavering conviction of your inner state. If you believe yourself to be wealthy, to be abundant, to be capable, the world has no choice but to align with that belief. It is not a matter of wishful thinking, but a divine law of creation is within, so without. Many people misunderstand this truth. They look to the external world for validation, waiting for circumstances to change before they feel wealthy or successful. But this is putting the cart before the horse. The outer world is but a shadow, a projection of the inner world. To change your outer reality, you must first transform your inner reality. The mind is the workshop where all wealth is created, and the emotions are the fuel that drives this creation. When your thoughts and feelings are aligned with abundance, the outer world must eventually conform to that state. Wealth begins in the mind as an idea, a vision, or a belief. It is nurtured by your imagination, where you see yourself living in abundance, experiencing prosperity, and enjoying the fruits of your divine inheritance. Imagination is not mere fantasy, it is the blueprint of creation. What you vividly imagine and consistently feel will inevitably find its way into your reality. This is why it is said, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is not blind optimism, it is the certainty of things unseen but deeply known within. Your emotions play a pivotal role in this process. They are the magnetic force that attracts the substance of your thoughts into physical form. If your thoughts are abundant but your feelings are rooted in lack, fear, or doubt, the creative process is disrupted. It is not enough to think about wealth, you must feel wealthy. You must cultivate the emotions of gratitude, joy, and satisfaction as though the wealth you desire is already yours. These emotions send a powerful signal to the universe, aligning circumstances, opportunities, and people to bring your vision to life. The process of creating outer wealth begins with a profound sense of awareness. You must become aware of the beliefs and thoughts you hold about money, success, and abundance. Many people carry limiting beliefs inherited from their upbringing or shaped by past experiences. They believe that wealth is hard to attain, that they are undeserving of success, or that scarcity is the natural order of life. These beliefs act as barriers, blocking the flow of abundance into their lives. To create a new outer reality, you must first dismantle these false beliefs and replace them with empowering truths. The truth is that you are already abundant. The Creator has endowed you with infinite potential, with talents, skills, and ideas that are uniquely yours. You are not here to struggle or to live in lack. You are here to thrive and to reflect the limitless nature of God's provision. When you begin to see yourself as a vessel of divine abundance, you step into your true identity. This shift in perspective transforms your relationship with wealth. It is no longer something distant or elusive, but a natural extension of who you are. As you cultivate this inner reality, you will notice changes in your outer world. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will present themselves. Doors that were closed will begin to open. The people and resources you need will be drawn to you, not by chance but by the magnetic power of your belief and emotion. This is not magic, it is the law of creation in action. Your inner state shapes the energy you emit, and this energy influences the world around you. It is important to understand that the process of creating wealth is not instantaneous. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, the wealth you envision within must be nurtured and cultivated before it manifests. This requires patience, faith, and persistence. There may be moments of doubt when the outer world does not yet reflect the wealth you feel within. In these moments, it is crucial to remain steadfast in your belief. Trust that the process is unfolding as it should, and continue to align your thoughts and emotions with abundance. Gratitude is a powerful tool in this process. When you express gratitude for what you already have, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. Gratitude amplifies the energy of wealth within you, creating a ripple effect that extends into the world around you. Even before your outer circumstances change, gratitude allows you to feel the joy and fulfillment of abundance. This feeling becomes a magnet, drawing more reasons for gratitude into your life. Another key aspect of creating inner wealth is aligning your actions with your beliefs. It is not enough to think and feel wealthy, you must also act as though your abundance is already real. This does not mean living beyond your means or pretending to be something you are not. It means making decisions from a place of confidence and faith, trusting that your needs will be met and that opportunities for growth will continue to arise. When your actions reflect your inner state, you reinforce the reality of your wealth and accelerate its manifestation. The journey of creating outer wealth from inner reality is deeply personal. It requires self-reflection, a willingness to challenge old patterns, and a commitment to growth. But it is also profoundly liberating. When you realize that the source of all wealth lies within you, you are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. You become the creator of your own destiny, empowered to shape your life according to your highest vision. This journey is not just about material wealth. True abundance encompasses every area of life: health, relationships, purpose, and spiritual fulfillment. As you cultivate an inner state of abundance, you will find that your outer world reflects this wholeness. Wealth is not just about what you have, it is about who you become in the process. It is about living in alignment with the truth of your divine nature and sharing that truth with the world. You are not a passive observer in the creation of your life. You are an active participant, a co-creator with God. The power to create wealth is already within you, waiting to be awakened. When you embrace this truth, you step into a life of unlimited possibilities. Your inner reality becomes the foundation upon which your outer world is built, and the wealth you desire flows effortlessly from this alignment. Trust in the process, believe in your power, and know that the abundance you seek is already yours. Faith is the cornerstone of every significant transformation, a force that surpasses human reasoning and transcends the limitations of the visible world. It is a power that does not waver in the face of circumstances, no matter how daunting or seemingly immovable they may appear. Faith operates beyond the natural realm. It calls forth the unseen into existence and moves mountains where logic says they cannot be moved. It is not merely belief, but a deep, unshakable conviction that what is promised will come to pass, irrespective of the current state of affairs. When faced with challenges, it is easy to succumb to doubt, fear, or despair. The world often tells us that our circumstances define us, that what we see and experience is the ultimate truth. Yet faith tells a different story. It whispers that the visible is temporary and that the unseen holds the true essence of reality. Faith allows you to stand firm when everything around you suggests otherwise. It is the inner assurance that, despite the storm, the sun will shine again; despite the desert, a spring will flow. Faith is not blind optimism or naive hope. It is rooted in a profound understanding of divine principles. The Creator, in infinite wisdom, designed a universe that responds to faith. This is evident in every scripture, in every story of victory against impossible odds. When you activate faith, you align yourself with these divine laws, setting into motion forces far greater than any human effort. Faith does not ignore circumstances, it simply refuses to let them dictate the outcome. It sees beyond the momentary trial and focuses on the promise yet to be fulfilled. The most remarkable aspect of faith is its ability to reshape reality. The circumstances you see today are not permanent, they are malleable, subject to the creative power of your belief. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical, drawing into your life the very essence of what you deeply believe. To live by faith is to understand that you are not limited by what your eyes perceive, but are empowered by what your spirit knows to be true. In the face of adversity, faith acts as an anchor. Life may present storms, financial difficulties, health challenges, broken relationships, or lost opportunities, but faith grounds you in the certainty that you are not alone and that a higher power is at work. The circumstances may test your resolve, but faith strengthens it. It reminds you that the power within you is far greater than the obstacles before you. This is not just theoretical, it is a living truth that countless individuals have experienced throughout history. Faith requires persistence. It is not a fleeting feeling, but a deliberate choice made moment by moment. When circumstances seem overwhelming, the easiest response is to retreat, to give in to the narrative of defeat. Yet faith challenges you to stand firm, to hold on to the vision of what is possible, even when there is no evidence to support it. This persistence is not stubbornness, but a reflection of trust in the divine process. It is the belief that every delay has a purpose, every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. The cultivation of faith begins within. It starts with a decision to see beyond what is visible and to trust in the unseen. This trust is not passive but active, requiring you to align your thoughts, words, and actions with the reality you desire. Faith is not merely about waiting for things to change, it is about participating in the change, knowing that your efforts, guided by divine wisdom, will bear fruit. When you act in faith, you demonstrate your confidence in the outcome, even before it manifests. Circumstances often appear insurmountable because they are viewed through the lens of limitation. Faith, however, shifts your perspective. It allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to find solutions where others find problems. This shift in perspective is not just a mental exercise but a spiritual awakening. Faith connects you to the infinite possibilities available to you, enabling you to tap into resources, ideas, and strength you never knew you had. Faith also transforms the way you respond to challenges. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, you approach difficulties with a sense of calm and assurance. This is not because the challenges are less significant, but because you recognize that they are temporary and that you have the power to overcome them. Faith empowers you to face the storm with courage, knowing that it cannot last forever and that you will emerge stronger on the other side. The beauty of faith is that it grows stronger with use. Every time you choose faith over fear, you reinforce your ability to trust in the unseen. Each victory, no matter how small, becomes a testimony to the power of faith, building your confidence for the next challenge. This is why faith is often described as a journey. It is a continuous process of growth and discovery. As you walk in faith, you learn to rely less on your own strength and more on the infinite strength of the Creator. Faith also has a profound impact on those around you. When you live a life of faith, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration. Your courage in the face of adversity encourages others to believe in their own potential. Your unwavering trust in the divine process reminds them that they too can overcome their circumstances. Faith is not just a personal journey, it is a gift you give to the world, a testimony to the power of belief. Faith is a declaration of your divine identity. It affirms that you are more than your circumstances, that you are a co-creator with the Creator, endowed with the power to shape your reality. This understanding transforms the way you see yourself and the world around you. You are not a victim of circumstance, but a victor, equipped with everything you need to overcome any challenge. This realization is liberating, empowering you to live boldly and confidently, regardless of the obstacles you face. Faith is about alignment with the divine purpose for your life, with the principles of creation, and with the truth of who you are. When you live in alignment, circumstances lose their power to dictate your destiny. You become a master of your reality, guided by the unwavering assurance that all things are working together for your good. Faith is not just a belief, it is a way of life, a choice to see beyond the surface and to trust in the infinite possibilities that lie within and around you. Blessings are never accidental. They are intentional gifts from the divine, woven into the fabric of your life with the precision of a masterful plan. Every blessing you receive carries with it a purpose, a divine mission uniquely designed for you. These blessings are not merely for your enjoyment or personal gain, but they serve as tools and opportunities to fulfill a higher calling. They are both a reflection of the love of the Creator and an invitation to align your life with a greater purpose. Recognizing the purpose behind your blessings requires a shift in perspective. Too often we view blessings as isolated events, moments of favor that come and go without deeper meaning. But in truth, every blessing is a thread in a larger tapestry, a piece of a divine puzzle that, when completed, reveals the beauty and majesty of your life's purpose. To understand this is to move beyond the surface and to see blessings not just as gifts but as responsibilities, as opportunities to grow, to serve, and to contribute to the world around you. Purposeful blessings are designed to expand you. They challenge you to rise above your current state, to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. They call you to develop your talents, to strengthen your character, and to refine your vision. Every blessing carries within it the seeds of potential, and it is your task to nurture these seeds, to allow them to flourish and bear fruit. This process is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It requires faith, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Blessings with purpose are not confined to material wealth or outward success. While these can be part of the equation, the true essence of a blessing lies in its ability to transform your inner world. A blessing may come in the form of a challenge that teaches you resilience, a loss that deepens your compassion, or a relationship that helps you discover unconditional love. These experiences, though they may not initially appear as blessings, are part of the divine plan to shape you into the person you are meant to become. When you receive a blessing, it is not just for you. The Creator's intention is always expansive, always inclusive. Your blessings are meant to ripple outward, to touch the lives of others, and to create a positive impact in the world. This is the principle of abundance. The more you give, the more you receive. When you use your blessings to uplift others, you align yourself with the divine flow, opening the door to even greater blessings. This is not a transaction, but a natural result of living in harmony with divine principles. Understanding the purpose of your blessings also involves gratitude. Gratitude is more than a feeling, it is an acknowledgement of the source of your blessings and a commitment to honor them. When you express gratitude, you affirm that your blessings are not random but intentional, that they are part of a divine plan that is unfolding perfectly. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a mindset of abundance and opening your heart to receive even more. Blessings often come with lessons. These lessons are not punishments but gifts, designed to guide you toward your purpose. They teach you humility, patience, and trust. They remind you that the journey is as important as the destination, that the process of receiving and understanding your blessings is what shapes you into the person you are meant to be. Embracing these lessons requires an open heart and a willingness to see beyond the surface, to trust that even the challenges are part of the blessing. Living with the awareness that your blessings have a purpose transforms the way you experience life. It allows you to see every moment, every opportunity, and every challenge as part of a divine plan. This perspective brings peace, joy, and a sense of fulfillment that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. It reminds you that you are not alone, that you are guided and supported by a power greater than yourself. Your blessings are a reflection of your divine identity. They affirm that you are loved, valued, and chosen. They are a testament to the fact that you have a unique role to play in the unfolding of the divine plan. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see yourself and your life in a new light. You recognize that your blessings are not just about what you receive, but about who you are becoming. To live with purpose is to honor your blessings and to use them in service of the greater good. It is to recognize that your life is part of something much larger, something beautiful and profound. This awareness brings a sense of responsibility, not as a burden, but as a privilege. It allows you to step into your true power, to live with intention, and to make a meaningful difference in the world. Blessings with purpose are a divine invitation to co-create with the Creator. They call you to step into your role as a steward of divine gifts, to use your resources, talents, and experiences to bring light into the world. This is not just about doing, but about being, about embodying the love, wisdom, and creativity that are the essence of the Creator. It is about living in alignment with your highest self and fulfilling the divine purpose for which you were created. When you understand that your blessings have a purpose, you begin to see life as a sacred journey. Every step, every moment, every experience becomes meaningful. You no longer chase after blessings, but trust that they will come to you in perfect timing, as part of the divine plan. This trust brings peace, allowing you to focus on the present moment and to live fully, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Blessings are a reminder of the Creator's infinite love and wisdom. They are a testament to the fact that you are never forgotten, that you are always seen and valued. They are a promise that no matter what challenges you face, you are supported and guided every step of the way. This knowledge brings hope, strength, and courage, empowering you to live with purpose and to embrace the fullness of your life. In receiving your blessings, you are called to step into a new level of faith, trust, and action. You are called to align yourself with the divine purpose for your life, to use your blessings to create beauty, joy, and abundance in the world. This is the essence of living a purposeful life. A life that reflects the love and wisdom of the Creator and fulfills the divine plan for which you were created. Preparation to receive is as vital as the blessing itself. Just as a farmer prepares the soil before planting seeds, you must ready your mind, heart, and spirit to receive the abundance that the divine intends for you. Blessings are not merely bestowed upon you, they are aligned with your readiness and capacity to handle them. The process of preparation transforms you into a vessel capable of holding and nurturing the gifts you are destined to receive. The first step in preparation is cultivating a mindset of faith and expectancy. Faith is the foundation upon which all blessings rest. Without it, the greatest opportunities might pass unnoticed, like seeds falling on rocky ground. Faith is not wishful thinking, it is the deep, unshakable conviction that what is promised to you will come to pass. This conviction shapes your inner world, creating a fertile ground for blessings to manifest. Expectancy fuels your actions, motivating you to align your life with the blessings you seek. When you prepare in faith, you act as though the blessing is already yours, even before it arrives. Self-awareness is another key element of preparation. You must examine your beliefs, thoughts, and actions to ensure they align with the life you desire. Often people unknowingly carry limiting beliefs that block the flow of blessings. Doubts, fears, and feelings of unworthiness can create barriers between you and your destiny. Preparation involves identifying these obstacles and replacing them with empowering beliefs rooted in truth and love. You are worthy of every good thing, and your preparation is an affirmation of this truth. Gratitude plays a transformative role in preparing to receive. Gratitude is not reserved for what you already have, but extends to what is on its way. By expressing gratitude for your blessings in advance, you signal to the divine that you are ready to receive. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, opening your heart and mind to the gifts that are meant for you. It creates an atmosphere of positivity and receptivity, ensuring that when the blessing arrives, you can recognize and embrace it fully. Preparation also requires action. Faith without action is like a dream. Without effort, it lacks the energy to bring it into reality. Taking practical steps toward your goals demonstrates your commitment to receiving. These actions do not need to be grand or perfect, they simply need to be intentional. Whether it's improving your skills, expanding your knowledge, or making space in your life for new opportunities, every small step is a declaration of your readiness. The universe responds to action with momentum, propelling you closer to your blessings. Patience is an essential part of preparation. In a world that often values instant gratification, waiting can feel like an inconvenience or even a punishment. But divine timing is perfect, and every delay has a purpose. Patience allows you to trust the process, to know that what is meant for you will come when you are truly ready. It teaches you to find peace in the present moment, to appreciate the journey as much as the destination. The waiting period is not idle time, it is a sacred space where you grow, learn, and become. Your environment plays a significant role in preparation. Surround yourself with people, places, and practices that uplift and inspire you. Negative influences can cloud your vision and hinder your progress. Creating an environment that reflects the life you are preparing for helps you stay aligned with your purpose. This might mean letting go of relationships that no longer serve you, decluttering your physical space, or adopting habits that promote well-being. Your environment should be a reflection of your highest self and the blessings you are ready to receive. Preparation is also about letting go of what no longer serves you. Holding on to past hurts, regrets, or outdated goals can weigh you down, leaving little room for new blessings. Release is a form of trust, an acknowledgement that the divine knows what is best for you. By letting go, you create space for something greater to take its place. This process can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth. The blessings you are preparing for are often far beyond what you can imagine, and releasing the old makes way for the new. Visualization is a powerful tool in the preparation process. When you see yourself living the life you desire, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that reality. Visualization is not mere daydreaming, it is a form of mental rehearsal that prepares your mind and spirit for what is to come. By vividly imagining your blessings, you train your subconscious mind to recognize opportunities and to act in ways that bring your vision to life. This practice strengthens your faith and reinforces your readiness to receive. Humility is an often overlooked aspect of preparation. To prepare for blessings is to acknowledge that you cannot achieve them alone. It is to recognize the role of the divine in your life and to remain open to guidance and support. Humility allows you to release control, to trust that the Creator's plan is greater than your own. It also reminds you to remain grounded when blessings arrive, using them not as a source of pride but as a means to serve and uplift others. The final layer of preparation is alignment with your higher purpose. Blessings are not random, they are tied to your unique role in the divine plan. By aligning your life with your purpose, you ensure that your blessings flow naturally and effortlessly. This alignment requires introspection, prayer, and a willingness to follow where you are led. It is about living in harmony with your true self and with the Creator's vision for your life. Preparation to receive is an ongoing process, a way of life rather than a single act. It is about becoming the person who can not only receive blessings but also sustain and multiply them. It is about readiness in every sense: mental, emotional, spiritual, and practical. When you prepare with intention, faith, and gratitude, you open yourself to the fullness of what the divine has in store for you. You position yourself not just as a recipient of blessings, but as a co-creator of a life that reflects the infinite love and abundance of the Creator.
The universe operates on a rhythm, a divine order that transcends human understanding. Within this rhythm lies the secret to recognizing the signs and timing of blessings meant for you. Signs are whispers from the divine, gentle nudges meant to guide you toward your purpose. Timing, on the other hand, is the masterful orchestration of events that ensures everything unfolds in perfect harmony. Together, they create a divine narrative that leads you to your destiny. The first step to understanding signs and timing is cultivating awareness. Life is filled with signs, but they often go unnoticed because of distractions, doubt, or impatience. These signs may appear as coincidences, repetitive numbers, vivid dreams, or even a sense of inner knowing that cannot be explained logically. They are not random, they are intentional. The Creator communicates in ways that resonate with your spirit, guiding you along the path you are meant to walk. To perceive them requires mindfulness, a willingness to slow down and pay attention to the subtle messages around you. Timing is another profound element of the divine plan. It is not governed by human clocks or calendars, but by a higher wisdom that knows when you are truly ready to receive. Often, blessings do not arrive when you want them, but when they are most needed. This timing is not a delay, but a preparation. It ensures that when your blessing comes, you are equipped to recognize it, embrace it, and steward it well. Trusting in divine timing requires faith and patience, especially when you are eager for change or feel stuck in a season of waiting. Recognizing signs often involves following your intuition. Your intuition is the voice of your spirit, the bridge between you and the divine. It guides you toward what feels right, even if logic or external circumstances suggest otherwise. When you feel an inexplicable pull toward a certain direction or decision, it is often a sign that you are being guided. This inner voice is quiet but persistent, and listening to it requires trust. Trust that the Creator is working through you and that your spirit is attuned to a higher wisdom. Timing also teaches surrender. When you try to force outcomes or rush the process, you step out of alignment with the divine rhythm. Surrender does not mean passivity or giving up. It means releasing control and allowing the Creator to lead. It is an act of faith, an acknowledgement that the universe operates on a schedule far more intricate and perfect than you can comprehend. In surrendering, you create space for miracles to unfold, for blessings to arrive in ways you could not have planned or predicted. Sometimes the signs you receive may challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. They may point toward decisions or actions that seem risky or uncertain. This is where courage and discernment come into play. Signs are not meant to lead you to a life of ease, but to a life of purpose and growth. They often require you to trust in the unseen, to move forward even when the path is not fully illuminated. This is how faith is strengthened, by walking into the unknown with the assurance that you are being guided. The alignment of signs and timing is a dance between you and the Creator. When a sign appears, it is an invitation to act. But action must be in harmony with the timing of the divine plan. Acting too soon or hesitating too long can disrupt the flow. This balance requires discernment, which comes from prayer, meditation, and a deep connection to your inner self. By staying attuned to the rhythm of life, you can sense when the moment is right and move forward with confidence. There are moments when signs seem to disappear, when the path ahead feels unclear. This can be a test of faith, a period meant to strengthen your trust in the Creator. During these times, it is important to remember that silence does not mean absence. The divine is always present, even in the quiet seasons of your life. These moments teach you to rely not on external validation, but on your inner knowing and faith. They remind you that timing is still at work, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Patience is both a virtue and a tool in understanding timing. The waiting period is not a void. It is a sacred space where preparation occurs. Seeds planted in the soil do not sprout overnight. They need time to grow roots, to draw nourishment, and to break through the surface. Similarly, your blessings need time to align with your readiness and with the greater divine plan. Impatience can lead to frustration, but trust in the process brings peace and anticipation for what is to come. Signs often come with confirmation. You may receive multiple signals pointing in the same direction or experience a sense of clarity and peace when you make a decision. These confirmations are the Creator's way of assuring you that you are on the right path. They provide the confidence to move forward even when the destination is not fully visible. Trusting these confirmations deepens your relationship with the divine and strengthens your ability to recognize future signs. Timing is not just about waiting for the right moment, but about being ready when the moment arrives. This readiness involves preparation, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. It means working on yourself, developing your talents, and aligning your actions with your purpose. When you are prepared, you can step into the blessing fully and use it to its greatest potential. Readiness transforms waiting from a passive state to an active process of becoming. The interplay of signs and timing teaches you to live with trust, openness, and alignment. It reminds you that you are not walking this path alone, but are being guided by a power far greater than yourself. Each sign is a whisper of love, each moment of divine timing, a testament to the perfect plan for your life. By embracing this truth, you open yourself to the flow of blessings, allowing the Creator to work through you and for you in ways beyond your imagination. In conclusion, understanding the signs and timing of life is an essential aspect of walking in harmony with the divine plan. It is the key to unlocking the abundance and blessings that are destined for you. The journey of recognizing signs and trusting in perfect timing is one of faith, patience, and surrender, which enables you to embrace life with a deeper sense of purpose and direction. Divine signs are not simply coincidental occurrences. They are messages carefully placed along your path to guide you toward your highest potential. These signs manifest in various forms, through intuition, circumstances, people, or even repeated patterns that guide you toward choices aligned with your true purpose. The more you attune yourself to these signs, the clearer and more consistent their presence becomes. They are not to be ignored, but rather embraced as divine guidance, helping you stay on course when challenges arise. Timing, as much as signs, is a critical aspect of the divine flow. It is the realization that everything has its season, and blessings arrive when the conditions are ripe for them to be received. Just as a seed cannot bear fruit before its time, your blessings, too, will manifest when you are ready to receive them. This understanding allows you to release the urge to control the outcome, freeing yourself from the anxiety of waiting. When you trust in divine timing, you let go of impatience and trust that the universe's plan for you is more intricate and perfect than anything you could orchestrate on your own. The waiting period is not one of stagnation. It is a time of growth and preparation. During this time, you refine your skills, grow your inner strength, and align yourself more closely with the blessings you seek. Through prayer, meditation, and self-reflection, you prepare mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the abundance that is on its way. This process of preparation increases your capacity to handle the gifts and challenges that come with them. It is in this space of readiness that blessings can be fully embraced and utilized to their greatest potential. Surrendering to the divine rhythm of signs and timing does not mean passivity or complacency. Rather, it is a dynamic process of co-creation. You are called to take action in alignment with your intuition, to trust the whispers of guidance that lead you toward your purpose. These actions, whether big or small, are like pieces in a puzzle that align perfectly over time, creating a picture of your dreams and desires. By staying present, remaining faithful, and trusting the journey, you find yourself in the right place at the right time, ready to receive your blessings. At times, the signs may seem unclear or absent, but even in these moments of uncertainty, the divine is still at work. Silence and stillness are powerful teachers. They allow you to grow in patience and trust. When you cultivate a deep trust in the process, you find peace in knowing that every step, every pause, every delay, and every sign is part of a divine orchestration meant to bring you to a place of fulfillment and success. The essence of understanding signs and timing is not just about waiting for things to happen, but also recognizing when the moment is right to take action. Divine timing brings a sense of peace and trust, knowing that you are supported by a force much greater than yourself. It frees you from the burden of striving and control, allowing you to walk through life with confidence and grace. When you align yourself with the signs and trust in the timing, you open yourself to a life of abundance, success, and purpose, knowing that all things are working together for your good. In the end, signs and timing are reminders of the Creator's love and guidance in your life. They show you that you are not alone on your journey. You are always being supported and guided toward the fulfillment of your highest calling. Trusting in the divine flow, aligning with the signs, and honoring the perfect timing is the key to manifesting your dreams, realizing your potential, and experiencing the fullness of life that was always meant for you.
The woman who walks alone is not a figure of isolation, but a symbol of profound inner strength. She moves through the world with quiet assurance, carrying within her the awareness that her path is not dictated by the crowd, but by the whisperings of her own soul. She understands that to walk alone is not to be lonely, but to be free to be unbound by the expectations and limitations that others may impose. Her solitude is not a void, but a sanctuary. It is within this sacred space that she communes with the infinite, aligning her thoughts and desires with the divine rhythm of creation. She knows that every step she takes, though it may appear solitary, is guided by an unseen hand, a higher wisdom that shapes her journey with purpose and grace. The woman who walks alone does not seek validation from the world. She understands that her worth is intrinsic, not measured by external approval or fleeting applause. She turns inward, finding in herself the treasures that others often search for outside. In her solitude, she discovers her divine inheritance, the ability to create, to transform, and to manifest a life that reflects the deepest desires of her heart. She does not fear the silence, for it is in silence that the truth speaks. She listens, not with her ears, but with the eyes of her spirit, perceiving the reality she wishes to inhabit. She holds her vision with unwavering faith, knowing that the outer world is but a reflection of her inner state. Her power lies in her ability to persist, to believe in the unseen, and to walk boldly toward what she knows is already hers. Though the world may misunderstand her path, she does not waver. She has no need to defend her journey, for she is not walking to please others, but to fulfill the call of her soul. She embraces the uncertainty, the unknown, and the challenges that come her way, for she knows that these are the tools that shape her into the woman she is destined to become. In every step, she carries the quiet confidence of one who knows that the universe conspires in her favor. She does not rush, for she understands that divine timing is perfect and unerring. She walks with grace, knowing that every delay, every detour, serves a purpose in the grand design of her life. Her journey is not about reaching a destination, but about becoming. She becomes the embodiment of her dreams, the living proof that faith, persistence, and alignment with the divine can overcome any obstacle. She is a testament to the power of a solitary path, walked with intention and trust in the infinite. The woman who walks alone carries within her a quiet determination that emanates from the core of her being. Each step she takes is imbued with the knowledge that she is not merely moving forward, but shaping the fabric of her reality. She is a sculptor of her destiny, using her thoughts, emotions, and unwavering faith as tools to mold the world around her. Her solitude is her strength, for it is in the stillness of her journey that she hears the voice of the infinite, guiding her every decision and action. She walks without fear, not because she is immune to challenges, but because she understands their purpose. To her, obstacles are not barriers, but stepping stones, opportunities to refine her vision and strengthen her resolve. She does not resist them, but embraces them, knowing that each one serves to prepare her for the fulfillment of her desires. In her solitude, she reflects on these moments, drawing lessons from them and using them as fuel to propel her forward. She knows that growth often requires discomfort, and that the path of transformation is rarely easy. Her journey is not dictated by haste. She understands the sacred rhythm of creation, the balance between intention and patience. She knows that just as the seed must be buried in darkness before it sprouts into the light, her dreams require time to germinate and take root. She trusts the process, even when the results are not immediately visible. Her faith is her anchor, keeping her steady amidst the uncertainties and delays. She does not falter, for she knows that the promise of her vision is as certain as the rising sun. The woman who walks alone is not swayed by the opinions of others. She has learned to distinguish between the noise of the world and the guidance of her inner voice. She does not seek approval, for she understands that her path is unique, carved by the divine specifically for her. Her confidence does not stem from arrogance, but from an unshakable connection to her source. She moves with grace, knowing that she is enough, that she has always been enough, and that her worth is not up for negotiation. Her solitude is her sanctuary, a place where she reconnects with her essence. In moments of stillness, she visualizes the life she desires, not as something distant or unattainable, but as a reality that already exists within her. She immerses herself in the feeling of having achieved her dreams, allowing the emotions of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment to flow through her. She knows that these feelings are the key to unlocking the doors of manifestation, aligning her with the vibrational frequency of her desires. She is not confined by the limitations of the physical world. To her, reality is malleable, shaped by the power of her imagination. She understands that what she holds in her mind's eye with conviction must eventually take form in the external world. Her imagination is her workshop, where she designs the life she wants, crafting every detail with precision and love. She does not doubt her ability to create, for she knows that she is one with the Creator, endowed with the same power to bring forth that which she envisions. The woman who walks alone is deeply attuned to the present moment. She does not dwell on the past or worry about the future, for she understands that the only moment she truly possesses is now. In the present, she finds her power, her peace, and her purpose. She uses this awareness to cultivate a state of gratitude, knowing that gratitude is the magnet that draws more blessings into her life. She does not wait for circumstances to align before she feels grateful. Instead, she chooses to embody gratitude, trusting that it will align her reality with her desires. Though her path may seem solitary, she is never truly alone. She is acutely aware of the divine presence that accompanies her every step, a presence that reassures her, uplifts her, and fills her with an unshakable sense of peace. She communes with this presence in silence, seeking guidance and strength from the infinite source of all that is. She knows that she is supported, loved, and cherished by a power far greater than herself, and this knowledge fuels her courage to keep moving forward. Her journey is one of self-discovery and self-mastery. As she walks, she sheds the layers of fear, doubt, and limitation that have been imposed upon her by the world. She emerges as her authentic self, radiant and unencumbered by the weight of expectations. She becomes a beacon of light, inspiring others not through words, but through the quiet strength of her example. Her life is a testament to the truth that we are all capable of greatness when we align ourselves with our divine purpose. She is not concerned with the outcome of her journey, for she understands that the destination is not as important as the transformation that occurs along the way. Each step she takes brings her closer to her true self, the divine essence that resides within her. She walks not to achieve, but to become, to unfold the infinite potential that lies dormant within her. Her journey is an act of faith, a declaration of her trust in the divine plan that guides her life. The woman who walks alone understands the power of surrender. She does not cling to her desires with desperation, for she knows that desperation repels what she seeks. Instead, she releases her intentions to the universe with confidence, trusting that they will return to her in perfect timing and form. She is at peace with the unfolding of her life, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a necessary part of her journey. Her solitude is not a sign of weakness but of strength. It takes courage to walk alone, to face the world without the safety net of companionship or validation. Yet she does so with grace and dignity, knowing that her path is divinely ordained. She does not fear being misunderstood, for she understands that her purpose is not to conform but to transform. Her life is a reflection of her inner world, a testament to the power of faith, intention, and alignment with the divine. In every step she takes, she embodies the truth that we are all creators of our reality. She reminds us that our power lies not in external circumstances, but in the inner conviction that we are one with the infinite source of all that is. She teaches us that to walk alone is not to be forsaken, but to be free, to be aligned with the divine purpose that calls us to our highest potential. Her journey is not one of isolation, but of profound connection to herself, to the universe, and to the divine. She is a living example of what it means to walk in faith, to trust in the unseen, and to create a life that reflects the deepest desires of the soul. The woman who walks alone is not defined by her solitude, but by her strength, her vision, and her unwavering belief in the power of the infinite within her. She is a reminder to us all that we are never truly alone, for the divine walks with us every step of the way. The woman who walks alone embodies an unyielding spirit, one that knows that solitude is not a burden but a gift. In her solitude, she has found a deeper connection to herself, a realm where she is free to explore the vastness of her thoughts, dreams, and desires without interference. She does not seek to fill her life with noise or distractions, for she knows that clarity comes in the quiet moments. It is in those moments of stillness that she touches the infinite and draws from it the courage to keep walking. Her steps are deliberate and purposeful, not rushed by the urgency of others or the pressure of expectations. She walks at her own pace, understanding that there is no competition in the path that has been set for her. Her journey is uniquely hers, carved by the divine for her growth and fulfillment. She trusts that every twist and turn, every pause and leap has been orchestrated for her highest good. She does not question the road, even when it feels uncertain, for she knows that uncertainty is the soil in which faith takes root. The world often sees solitude as something to be avoided, something to escape from in fear of being alone. Yet she has embraced it as her companion, knowing that it is in solitude that she has found her truest self. She has learned that being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness comes from feeling disconnected, but she is never disconnected. She is tethered to the infinite source of love, wisdom, and creativity that flows through her. This connection fills her with a sense of belonging that no external relationship could provide. As she walks, she listens not to the chatter of the world, but to the whispers of her soul. Her inner voice is her compass, guiding her with gentle nudges and profound insights. She has learned to trust this voice, even when it leads her down paths that others might not understand. She knows that her journey is not meant to be understood by all that is sacred, personal, and divine. She does not seek validation for the choices she makes, for she knows that her alignment with the infinite is the only validation she needs. Her strength is not loud or boastful, it is quiet, steady, and unshakable. She does not feel the need to prove her worth to the world, for she knows that her worth is inherent. She has nothing to prove and nothing to defend, for she stands firm in the truth of who she is. She is a woman of substance, one who has discovered that her value lies not in what she does or achieves, but in her very being. She walks with the grace of someone who knows that she is enough, just as she is. The woman who walks alone does not fear the unknown. She embraces it, knowing that it is in the unknown that new possibilities are born. She sees life as an adventure, a journey of discovery where each step reveals a new facet of her infinite potential. She is not attached to the outcomes, for she understands that the journey itself is the destination. She walks not to arrive somewhere, but to become something, to become the fullest expression of the divine within her. In her solitude, she has learned the power of imagination. She understands that the mind is a fertile ground where seeds of thought are planted, nurtured, and brought to life. She uses her imagination to create a vision of the life she desires, holding it with unwavering faith and clarity. She does not let doubt creep in, for she knows that doubt is the thief of creation. Instead, she nurtures her vision with love, gratitude, and trust, knowing that it is already hers. Her faith is her anchor, the force that keeps her grounded when the storms of life rage around her. She does not fear the storms, for she knows they are temporary and that they serve to strengthen her. Each challenge she faces becomes a stepping stone, lifting her higher and bringing her closer to her true self. She does not resist the difficulties, for she knows that resistance only prolongs them. Instead, she embraces them with an open heart, trusting that they are part of the divine plan for her life. The woman who walks alone is a creator, not a bystander. She does not wait for life to happen to her. She takes an active role in shaping her reality. She understands that her thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the tools of creation, and she uses them with intention and precision. She does not dwell on what she does not want, but focuses on what she desires, knowing that where her attention goes, energy flows. She aligns herself with the vibration of her desires, becoming a magnet for all that she seeks. Her solitude has taught her the art of surrender. She does not cling to her desires with desperation, for she knows that desperation pushes them away. Instead, she releases them to the universe with confidence, trusting that they will return to her in the perfect time and form. She is not attached to how or when her desires will manifest, for she knows that the divine plan is far greater than anything she could imagine. Her trust in the universe is complete, and this trust brings her peace. Though she walks alone, she is never without support. She is surrounded by the unseen forces of love, wisdom, and guidance that walk with her every step of the way. She feels their presence in the synchronicities, the signs, and the gentle nudges that remind her she is on the right path. She is not afraid to ask for guidance, knowing that the universe is always listening and responding to her call. She walks with the assurance that she is divinely supported and deeply loved. The woman who walks alone is not defined by her solitude, but by her strength, her courage, and her unwavering faith. She is a beacon of light, a living example of what it means to walk in alignment with the divine. Her journey is not about achieving external success, but about becoming the truest version of herself. She reminds us all that the path to greatness often requires walking alone, not because we are forsaken, but because we are being prepared for something greater. As she continues her journey, she becomes a vessel through which the divine flows. Her life is a reflection of the infinite potential that lies within us all, a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and alignment. She does not walk for herself alone. Her journey is an inspiration to others, a reminder that we too can walk our paths with courage, grace, and trust. The woman who walks alone is not an exception but an example, a living embodiment of the truth that we are all creators of our destiny. In her solitude, she has discovered the profound truth that we are never truly alone. She walks with the infinite, the source of all creation, and this knowledge fills her with peace. Her journey is a dance with the divine, a sacred exploration of the limitless possibilities that lie within her. She walks not because she has to, but because she chooses to, embracing the beauty and power of her path. She is the woman who walks alone, not in isolation, but in communion with the infinite, a reminder that we are all one with the source of all that is. The woman who walks alone is not merely a figure of solitude, but a living testament to resilience, authenticity, and the boundless depths of human potential. Her journey is not dictated by the expectations of society or the validation of others. Rather, it is shaped by an unwavering belief in her divine purpose. She carries with her a quiet strength, one that does not shout but resonates deeply with anyone who takes the time to truly see her. Each step she takes on a solitary path is filled with intention. She understands that her walk is not aimless but divinely orchestrated. She sees herself not as a wanderer but as a seeker, one who embraces the mysteries of life with open arms. She knows that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a piece of a greater puzzle. These moments of solitude give her the space to reflect and see the intricate patterns being woven into her existence. She does not despair in the silence, she thrives in it, for it is here that she communes with the infinite. The world often misunderstands her journey. They may perceive her solitude as a sign of weakness or loneliness, but she knows otherwise. She is not walking alone because she has been abandoned or left behind. She walks alone because her path requires it. It is a path that demands introspection, courage, and an unshakable connection to her inner self. She has learned that true strength is not found in numbers but in the ability to stand firm in her convictions, even when no one else stands with her. Her solitude is not a void but a sacred space where she can hear the whispers of the divine. In the stillness, she feels the presence of the infinite, guiding her and affirming that she is never truly alone. This connection sustains her, filling her heart with a profound sense of peace and purpose. She knows that the journey within is just as important as the journey outward. It is within herself that she finds the answers to the questions that others cannot answer for her. The woman who walks alone is deeply attuned to the power of her thoughts and imagination. She knows that her mind is not a passive observer of her reality, but an active participant in shaping it. Every thought she nurtures, every belief she holds, and every vision she creates contributes to the unfolding of her life. She uses her imagination not as an escape, but as a tool to design the life she desires. She sees herself already living in the reality she seeks, knowing that what she envisions with clarity and conviction will inevitably manifest. Her faith is the bedrock of her existence. She does not rely on the approval or support of others to validate her journey. Her trust in the divine is enough. This faith is not blind or naive, but deeply rooted in her understanding of universal laws and principles. She knows that the universe is abundant, and she trusts that everything she needs will come to her at the right time. She does not fret over delays or obstacles, for she knows that they are part of the process, preparing her for the fulfillment of her desires. Her walk is not one of isolation but of liberation. She has freed herself from the need to conform to societal expectations or to fit into a mold that was never meant for her. She is not concerned with pleasing others or gaining their approval. Her focus is on living a life that is true to herself. This freedom allows her to explore her passions, express her creativity, and pursue her dreams without fear of judgment or rejection. She walks with confidence, knowing that her authenticity is her greatest strength. The woman who walks alone has also learned the value of patience. She does not rush through life, trying to force things to happen before their time. She understands that everything unfolds according to divine timing, and she trusts that what is meant for her will never pass her by. This patience is not passive but active. It is a quiet confidence that allows her to wait with grace and gratitude. She does not measure her progress by the standards of others, but by her own inner sense of alignment and fulfillment. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience. She has faced challenges that would have caused others to falter, yet she continues to walk with unwavering determination. She knows that every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. She does not dwell on her failures or allow them to define her. Instead, she uses them as stepping stones to reach greater heights. Her resilience is not just physical or emotional but spiritual, rooted in her unshakable belief in her own divinity and the infinite possibilities that lie before her. The woman who walks alone understands the importance of gratitude. She does not focus on what she lacks but on the abundance that already exists in her life. She knows that gratitude is the key to unlocking even greater blessings, and she practices it daily, finding joy in the simplest moments. This attitude of gratitude transforms her perspective, allowing her to see beauty and opportunity where others might see only challenges. It is this mindset that keeps her grounded and optimistic, even in the face of uncertainty. Though she walks alone, her life is rich with meaning and connection. She may not have a large circle of friends or constant companionship, but the relationships she does have are deeply meaningful. She surrounds herself with people who uplift and inspire her, and she does not waste her energy on those who drain her. Her solitude has taught her the value of quality over quantity, and she cherishes the genuine connections she has cultivated. The woman who walks alone does not see her journey as a sacrifice, but as a privilege. She knows that the path she has chosen is not for the faint of heart, but it is the one that will lead her to the highest version of herself. She embraces the challenges, the solitude, and the unknown with open arms, knowing that they are all part of her divine destiny. Her walk is not just a journey for herself, but a beacon of hope and inspiration for others who are seeking their own paths. As she walks, she leaves behind a trail of light, a reminder to all who see her that it is possible to walk alone and still be whole, strong, and fulfilled. Her life is a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and authenticity. She is not defined by her circumstances or her relationships, but by her unwavering commitment to her own truth. She is a living example of what it means to live a life aligned with the divine, a life that is not dictated by fear but guided by love. The woman who walks alone is not an enigma or an exception. She is a reflection of the potential that exists within all of us. Her journey reminds us that we too have the strength, courage, and wisdom to walk our own paths, even when they lead us away from the crowd. She shows us that solitude is not something to fear, but a gift that allows us to connect with our true selves and the infinite source of all creation. Her walk is a celebration of the human spirit and a testament to the divine power that resides within us all. The woman who walks alone embodies the quiet yet profound truth that solitude is not a burden but a sanctuary, a place where the soul finds its deepest resonance. Her steps, unaccompanied by the clamor of others, are filled with a rhythm that speaks to her divine alignment. She walks with a purpose that transcends the physical, driven by an inner voice that cannot be silenced by the noise of the world. Her path is often misunderstood, as society tends to equate being alone with being lonely. Yet she knows there is a profound difference between the two. Loneliness is a longing for something external to fill an internal void, while solitude is the fullness of self-discovery and divine communion. In her solitude, she finds the space to listen to the whispers of eternity, to feel the gentle pull of her soul toward its highest potential. She is not alone in the sense that she is abandoned. She is alone in the sense that she has chosen to walk a path that few dare to tread. Her walk is an act of courage, for it requires her to face herself in her entirety. In solitude, there is no one to distract her from her own thoughts, no noise to drown out the questions that arise from within. She confronts her fears, her doubts, and her insecurities, not with resistance but with acceptance. She knows that to heal, one must first acknowledge. To grow, one must first face the shadows. She does not shy away from this process, for she understands that it is through the crucible of self-awareness that the soul is refined. Her imagination is her sanctuary, a sacred space where she envisions the life she is creating. She understands that the outer world is but a reflection of the inner, that the reality she experiences begins first in the realm of thought. She does not merely dream, she embodies her dreams, walking as though the life she desires is already hers. She carries herself with the confidence of someone who knows that what she seeks is seeking her. Her faith in this truth is unshakable, and it fuels her journey with a quiet yet formidable power. The woman who walks alone does not measure her worth by the standards of others. She has freed herself from the need for external validation, knowing that her value is inherent and unchanging. She does not seek approval or recognition, for she understands that true fulfillment comes from within. Her worth is not tied to her accomplishments or the opinions of others, but to her unwavering connection to the divine. She walks with the knowledge that she is enough, just as she is, and that her existence is a gift to the world. Her faith is her anchor in times of uncertainty. She does not waver in her trust in the divine, even when the path ahead seems unclear. She knows that every detour, every delay, and every challenge is part of a greater plan. She does not resist the unfolding of life, but embraces it, knowing that everything is working for her highest good. Her faith is not blind, but deeply rooted in her understanding of universal principles. She knows that what she sows in thought and belief will manifest in her reality, and she sows with intention and love. Her solitude is not a rejection of others, but a recognition of the need to nurture herself. She values her relationships and cherishes the connections she has, but she also understands that she cannot pour from an empty cup. Her time alone is not a withdrawal, but a replenishment, a way to ensure that she can give to others from a place of wholeness. She does not feel the need to explain or justify her solitude, for she knows that it is a vital part of her journey. Her resilience is a testament to her strength. She has faced moments that would have broken others, yet she continues to rise. She does not allow setbacks to define her, but uses them as opportunities to learn and grow. She understands that the challenges she faces are not obstacles but stepping stones, each one bringing her closer to her goals. Her resilience is not just a physical or emotional quality, but a spiritual one, rooted in her unwavering belief in her ability to overcome. The woman who walks alone is deeply attuned to the beauty of life. She sees the divine in the ordinary, finding joy in the smallest moments. She does not wait for grand events to feel gratitude, but cultivates it daily, knowing that it is the key to unlocking greater blessings. Her appreciation for life's simple pleasures enriches her journey, making every step a celebration of existence. She carries this gratitude with her, radiating it to all she encounters, even if her path does not intersect with theirs for long. Her walk is a living prayer, a constant communion with the divine. She does not need words to express her faith. Her every step is an affirmation of her trust in the universe. She walks with humility, knowing that she is both a part of the whole and a unique expression of it. She carries the awareness that her journey, though solitary, is connected to the greater fabric of life. Her walk is not just for herself, but for all who are inspired by her courage to walk their own paths. The woman who walks alone is not afraid of her own company. She has learned to enjoy the silence, to find peace in the stillness. In this space, she hears the voice of her soul, guiding her toward her purpose. She does not fill her time with distractions, but uses it to deepen her understanding of herself and the world around her. She knows that solitude is not a void but a canvas, a space where she can create, imagine, and grow. Her journey is not one of isolation but of liberation. She has freed herself from the chains of conformity and the need to fit into societal molds. She walks her path with authenticity, knowing that her uniqueness is her greatest strength. She does not seek to emulate others but to be the truest version of herself. Her walk is a celebration of individuality, a reminder that each of us has a unique purpose and a path that only we can walk. As she continues her journey, she leaves behind a legacy of inspiration. She shows others that it is possible to walk alone and still be fulfilled, to face challenges and still be strong, to embrace solitude and still be deeply connected. Her life is a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and authenticity. She is not just a woman who walks alone, she is a beacon of light, a symbol of what is possible when we trust in ourselves and the divine. And so her journey continues, not as a lonely wanderer, but as a sovereign soul, charting her course with courage and grace. She walks not in search of something she lacks, but in celebration of all that she is. Her steps, though solitary, resonate with the rhythm of eternity, a reminder that she is never truly alone. She carries with her the wisdom of her journey, the strength of her spirit, and the boundless possibilities of a life aligned with the divine. In her solitude, she finds her wholeness, and in her wholeness, she inspires us all. There is an undeniable power in her walk, a force that comes not from the approval of others, but from the wellspring of her own soul. She understands that the world often underestimates the quiet resilience of those who journey alone. In her solitude, she discovers that true power lies not in the noise we make, but in the clarity we find when the world is still. Her strength is quiet, yet it speaks volumes. Her confidence is subtle, yet it commands attention. Her steps are guided by an unwavering trust in the divine plan for her life. She does not need to see the entire path ahead to take her next step. She knows that each step will reveal itself in due time. This trust is not a blind leap, but a deep-seated conviction that the universe conspires in her favor. When doubts arise, she does not waver, but gently reminds herself of the times when faith carried her through. Her journey is a testament to the truth that those who walk in alignment with their higher purpose are never truly alone. The woman who walks alone is deeply connected to her inner wisdom. She has learned to trust her intuition, to listen to the quiet whispers of her soul that guide her toward her highest good. This inner guidance is her compass, steering her through the complexities of life with clarity and grace. She does not seek answers outside of herself, but turns inward, knowing that the wisdom she seeks has been within her all along. This self-reliance does not make her distant, it makes her whole, allowing her to engage with the world from a place of authenticity and strength. Her walk is an act of self-love, a declaration that she values herself enough to honor her own journey. She does not compromise her integrity to fit into the expectations of others. Instead, she stands firm in her truth, knowing that the greatest gift she can offer the world is her authentic self. This self-love is not selfish but deeply generous, for it allows her to give to others from a place of abundance rather than lack. She knows that when she is aligned with her true self, she becomes a source of light and inspiration to those around her. Her journey is marked by moments of stillness, where she pauses to reflect on the path she has walked and the path that lies ahead. These moments are not interruptions but integral parts of her journey, allowing her to recalibrate and realign. In the stillness, she finds clarity. In the quiet, she hears the voice of the divine. She does not rush through life but moves with intention, understanding that the journey itself is as important as the destination. Her walk is a meditation, a prayer, a celebration of the present moment. The woman who walks alone is not immune to challenges, but she faces them with courage and grace. She does not view obstacles as barriers but as opportunities to grow and evolve. When life tests her, she does not retreat but rises to the occasion, knowing that every challenge carries within it the seeds of transformation. Her resilience is born not from an absence of struggle, but from her ability to transcend it. She knows that she is not defined by what happens to her, but by how she chooses to respond. Her solitude allows her to see the world with clarity, free from the distortions of external influence. She observes life with an open heart and an open mind, finding beauty in the ordinary and meaning in the seemingly mundane. Her perspective is not shaped by the opinions of others but by her own direct experience. She moves through life with a sense of wonder, always open to the lessons that each moment has to offer. Her walk is a journey of discovery, not just of the world around her, but of the infinite potential within her. The woman who walks alone carries with her a quiet confidence that is both inspiring and magnetic. She does not seek attention, yet she commands it. She does not strive for recognition, yet she earns it. Her confidence is not rooted in ego, but in the deep knowing that she is aligned with her true self. This confidence allows her to navigate the uncertainties of life with grace, to face the unknown with a sense of adventure rather than fear. She does not need the approval of others to validate her worth, for she knows that her value is inherent and unchanging. Her walk is a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and self-belief. She understands that her reality is a reflection of her inner state, and she takes responsibility for the thoughts and beliefs she nurtures. She does not dwell on what is lacking but focuses on what is possible, knowing that her focus creates her reality. Her faith is not passive but active, a dynamic force that propels her forward. She does not wait for life to happen to her. She creates her life with intention and purpose. The woman who walks alone is a beacon of hope to those who feel lost or uncertain. Her journey shows that it is possible to walk a path that is uniquely yours, even when it defies convention or expectation. She inspires others to trust in their own journey, to listen to their own inner voice, and to walk their own path with courage and grace. Her life is a reminder that we are never truly alone, that the divine is always with us, guiding us toward our highest good. And so, as her journey unfolds, she walks with a sense of purpose and peace. She does not rush toward the future or cling to the past, but embraces the present moment with an open heart. Her steps, though solitary, are filled with the echoes of eternity, a reminder that her walk is not just for herself, but for all who are inspired by her courage. She is not merely a woman who walks alone. She is a woman who walks in alignment with the divine, a woman who walks with the fullness of her being. Her journey is a testament to the power of solitude, the strength of self-belief, and the beauty of walking a path that is uniquely your own. She reminds us that it is not the destination that defines us, but the journey, not the approval of others that validates us, but the alignment with our true selves. Her walk is a celebration of life in all its complexity, a declaration that we are never truly alone when we walk in alignment with the divine.